Please excuse my lipstick here. I was hanging out that day.
I've been gone
Came
for
in
a
to do a
minute.
video.
Now
I
I'm
should have
back with the
redone it.
jump
My
off.
bad.
I have not made a video in forever, but let me tell you, so much has happened since my last video. I am starting my channel back up, and I am just now recently more dedicated to making more content, posting more content, posting at least once a week. So please like, share, subscribe. I promise you I won't leave you hanging like I did before. Okay, just had a lot going on. So this video is going to be about, a portion of it will be about my VSG surgery. However, I have a little twist. Who knew that even after VSG surgery, and for those who don't know what VSG is, it stands for vertical sleeve gastrectomy. It is a form of bariatric surgery, and it is the one where they turn your stomach into a sleeve. You know, the stomach is shaped more kind of like a kidney bean. Well, they take a portion of it off, and then it's shaped more like a banana. So they take a large portion of your stomach off, and it keeps you from being able to eat as much as you ate prior, which then will cause you to lose weight. I got VSG surgery October 12th of 2022. And so next month, on the 12th, that will be my 6-month post-op. But the reason I'm here today is not necessarily to talk about a whole bunch of VSG stuff, because things have been going good. However, I'm on birth control. I'm on a certain birth control called Norlida. And I'm sorry, Nexplanon. Norlida is the pill. Nexplanon is the little contraption that they put in your arm. It's an implant. It's about this long, really look kind of a little wider than a toothpick maybe, and it stays in there for 3 years. It's one of the top forms of birth control, and the reason I got it is because they don't want you getting pregnant within your first year. Some surgeons even say the first 2 years after VSG surgery, because you can't eat a lot and it wouldn't be healthy for the baby. So I wanted to get on something to where I didn't have to like take a pill every day. And also too, the pill wasn't really helping me with my bleeding whenever I did have a period. My bleeding was really heavy and my periods used to last really long. So I decided to go with the Norlida, go with the Nexplanon, which I knew that there was a chance of this, but hey, I'm an optimistic person. So I'm thinking, hey, I'm not going to be one of the ones who ends up having breakthrough bleeding all the time. Fast forward, about a month after I got that mug, I was bleeding all the time. Now, at first, it gypped me because it had me thinking that I wasn't going to have a period, which is also common as well. But it's not as common as bleeding all the time. Okay, so I fell into the majority, unfortunately. So at first, I was bleeding for a while. I'd say for probably about 3 weeks straight. Then it stopped and it didn't come back for a good month and a half. Then all of a sudden, period came on. I'm thinking, okay, it's just my period. I'll be good. I guess I'm not going to be one of the ones that just doesn't have a period. Okay, that's fine. Aunt Flo came and decided she wanted to stay. Okay, she never left. So now I'm stuck and I'm like, gosh, like this is crazy. So I gave it time because I'm like, let's just see. Then I called my doctor. She was saying the same thing. Like, well, it was a nurse practitioner, but I really like her. She's really good. She knows a lot. She's like, let's just give it some time. She's like, this is normal, but let's see if it'll taper off. So I'm like, okay, cool. Let's see. It never did. So I was like, I went back. I wanted to take it out. Like, let's just take this out. Now prior to that, I had tried an IUD, which I thought was going to be, you know, the bee's knees. I'm thinking, okay, I get an IUD, I'm good. Who knew my body was going to expel the thing? I started having like issues and feeling kind of funny or whatever down there. And I was telling my husband about it. And of course he didn't know. I just wanted to let him know, like, I don't know what's going on. So I called my doctor. So they were like, okay, just come in. Let's take a look. Let's see, you know, what it could be, what might be going on. They wanted to know like what I had been experiencing since the last time they had seen me, which was when they had given me the IUD. So I told them everything that was going on. They took a look. She was like, oh, Shamika, this has to come out right now. Like, she's like, I can literally see it. Like, it was coming out. Which I read that is also a possibility. So it's just like, gosh, I'm just in the know. All the stuff that can happen with this stuff is freaking happening for me. So they took it out. And so that's how I was trying to decide what to do next. Because I just knew the IUD was going to be my thing. So going on ahead, went with so back to, you know, went to where we are or where we were a couple of weeks ago. I was like, let me go ahead, just get the implant and let's see how that goes. And like I said, I was just bleeding all the time. So now I go back to her after I told you guys, I talked to her before. She's like, let's just give it a chance. Let's just see. You haven't had it long enough. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm an optimistic person. Let's see. It still didn't stop. So I was like, I want to take it out. She was like, let's do this. She was like, I'm not opposed to taking it out. And based on, because I wanted to know, like, based off of what you saw and what happened with the IUD, am I still a candidate for IUD? Or is it just like, girl, no, you just can't do it? And she's like, well, no. She was like, I just couldn't give you another one right behind that one. She's like, but I would be willing, you know, you're healthy. I would be willing to, let's try one more time. So I was like, I think I might want to go that route. She was like, well, hold off. Let's just first see. Let me prescribe you progesterone. This has been known to help stop extra bleeding and stop breakthrough bleeding. So let's try that in conjunction with just leaving the Nexplanon in your arm. That way we don't have to go through the whole thing. Since you don't feel like you're having any other symptoms, let's just see if this works. Started taking it. Seems like it's been working pretty good, but I'm not sure. I'm bleeding now. I just started, I would say like 2 days ago, but I'm not sure if this is my period or not. So I'm tracking to see how long this bleeding lasts. But if this bleeding lasts longer, like now my regular period used to be a straight 8 days. I know, right? So if it lasts longer than 8 days, then I know it's not going to work. Now, what I did today, I doubled up on the mugs. The progesterone, I doubled up. Which now brings us to what this video was really about. I end up reading progesterone increases your appetite. So I had been wondering why, even with a sleeve, I had felt like I've been eating like a ravenous beast. And, you know, with the sleeve, you can't eat that much, but I was still like, you can't eat that much in one sitting. But I just noticed I have been more snacky, like wanting to eat more, just mindless eating and eating more often. And I've tracked my calories and I noticed I had been going over my calories. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, this ain't supposed to happen. I ain't even 6 months post-op yet. And I hadn't even lost a whole lot of weight in terms of where I feel like I should be. But that's a whole nother video. We can do that another time. It's like I said, I'm going to be posting regularly. And just for the record, this is not going to be all about VSG. This is just going to be a lifestyle channel. And it's just going to be about, hey, coming, connecting with folks about regular everyday stuff that we all go through, and hopefully assisting in people having an outlet to come discuss, talk, bounce ideas off of each other so that we can continue living our best lives. Okay, boom. So I'm like, I gotta talk to my surgeon. I need some phentermine. Now, I'm very familiar with phentermine because I've used it in the past, which is why I ended up having to even get VSG, because let's just be honest, yo-yo dieting, I'm your girl. Any diet that you can think of, ever since I was probably about 16, I done it. I joined Weight Watchers at 16. So let's just say diet culture, I'm all wrapped up in it, right? So, hold on, is that my daughter? Hey, honey. I'll be right back in there, okay?
I just want to stay with you.
Get my daughter squared away. Thought she was gonna take a nap, but she ended up waking up. So, so basically, that's how I figured out, like, gosh, that's why I've been so hungry. So I went to talk to my surgeon because I wanted phentermine. And I know, so with my surgeon, love him. he has the, the bariatric side, but they also have just a regular weight loss clinic side for those who either are not candidates for bariatric surgery or they just don't want to go that route. They offer like other options, in the same location. And so what I found out, because there's another YouTuber, gosh, I cannot think of her name right now, but what I will do, I will come back in another video because I love to big up my girls. I like her channel. We both live in the same city here in Huntsville. And she actually has the same surgeon as me. And one of her videos is what hipped me to the fact that bariatric patients also do phentermine and other weight loss medications, and sometimes it assists them in being able to keep the weight loss going depending on the things that they have going on. Because I didn't even know that that was like a thing. Because in my mind, I'm like, if you've had bariatric surgery, surely no surgeon is gonna still give you weight loss medication. I just didn't think that it was a thing, but it is, and boy am I happy. So, in a little secret, he don't know, my surgeon don't know this, I still had phentermine left over from another time when I was with another, like a weight loss clinic, and I had stopped using it, but I still had some. And like I said, I'm familiar with it because I've used it many times over the years and it's always worked well for me. It really helps curb my appetite. So I had run out. And I'm like, I'm just too snacky and I don't understand why. And I finally realized, matter of fact, while I was at the doctor's office, I realized then I was waiting on them and I was like, I think this is why I've been eating so much. And sure enough, I mentioned it while I was in there and they agreed that that very well could be the case. So I was happy to know and find out that phentermine would be an option for me. And what day was this? So today is the 25th. It is Saturday, the 25th of March, 2023. My visit with them was on Thursday, this past Thursday. So they ended up suggesting Wegovy. Go figure. The injectables that everybody's trying to get, but it's hard to get and it's real expensive and not everybody's insurance covers it. That one. Luckily, my insurance covers it. They start you out with the 0.25 milligram. I just started on Friday. And so far, I can already tell the difference. I can tell that my snackiness, like it's already put my hunger in check so quickly. So I'm really, really excited that this is going to jumpstart my weight loss again. So let me say this. I've lost a lot of weight. I started out my highest weight during this process of VSG surgery. Like, when I first started my visits, and then from time where you have to do your post-op diet and all that type of stuff. So my highest during the time when I finally decided, hey, bump all this other stuff, I'm just about to get VSG surgery. And shout out to my husband because he has been so supportive. He agreed for us to pay out of pocket. That's a whole nother story for another day. Yes, my insurance does cover it, but I've got Blue Cross Blue Shield Federal, and they take you through a whole kit and caboodle, a whole shebang, and I just couldn't be fat that much longer. I'm like, y'all want me to be fat for another year or two? Like, no, I just can't do it. However, I'm so grateful for my husband because obviously it cost a pretty little chunk of change. And I was just happy that he was on board with that. And he, he got your girl right. So I appreciate that. Matter of fact, it's funny. I was just texting him, thanking him for being such a great support system during this whole thing. Because he just knew the stuff I was going through. I was considering cosmetic surgery. I wanted to go to Dr. Jemison, who is also known as Dr. Curves, because we're not that far from Atlanta. So I had gotten my little stuff or whatever. Come to find out, I was too fat, okay? So that's kind of what led me to VSG, because it finally clicked for me, like Shamika. And this is not to say that I wouldn't possibly get cosmetic surgery later down the road, like a tummy tuck or something, because I have had one child. But not only that, my weight has gone up and down so much. So I have, a lot of little squishiness in my belly. I got a little hang. You know what I'm saying? And then now with going up and down so much, losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight. And now with the VSG, losing the weight that I've lost, I got some loose skin already. And I already knew that going into this, loose skin is like almost, if you have at least 70 to 80 plus pounds to lose, you're going to have loose skin with bariatric surgery. And so that's one good thing about my weight loss being slow, because I was one of the ones, I started out with a very not very low, but a lower BMI than most people who get bariatric surgery. Like a lot of people would look at me before and be like literally people have said this, like, you're getting, like, why are you getting VSG surgery? But it's like, because I've tried it all and the weight don't come off. And I really feel like it's because of all those fad diets and horrible diet culture that I came up in. You know, I came up in an era where skinny was in and skinny I was not. And so always trying to get to that place and always seeing that was what was acceptable. That was what was considered beautiful, blah, 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 blah. I was, like I said, I was always on a diet, fad or not. I've done it the right way. But I've done all the, like I said, all them fat diets that you could think of, you name it, I'm sure I've done it more than one time. And I'm not saying I'm proud of it. It just is what it is. But that stuff messes with your metabolism too. And then now that I'm 43, hold on, I hear feet. She promised me she was going to stay over there. Okay, she did. So, you know, we're, you know, at our age, you're getting into that perimenopausal, you know, age. And that's when your weight really does a doozy on you. Okay. It's just, it takes a lot. And even then, a lot of times it just won't come off. And then on top of that, when you're a career woman, you have what? Stress. With stress comes what? Cortisol. So with all of that, it's just hard. Like I would lose 5 pounds here, 10 pounds here, but then I would turn around and gain it right back. And I could never get past a certain point on my own. So finally it was like, I need some assistance. So back to the surgery. The surgery did help. I've lost a nice amount of weight, but I've come to a point because I started taking this doggone progesterone where I feel like it's really slowed down. Now, slow is good because that helps with looking the way that you would want to look when you're losing a large amount of weight, but I do have a ways to go. And so that's why I'm just happy that this is an option for me. So even though this channel ain't gonna be all about this, since this is something new, I did my first injection yesterday, because today is Saturday. So my surgeon wants me to do it every Friday, because Wegovy, you take it once a week, and it's also known as semaglutide. That's the actual like name for it. But you know, it's the same as like Wegovy, Ozempic, all of that. It's pretty much the same. The difference though, Wegovy is actually specifically made for weight loss, where Ozempic is made for diabetics. So that's a little difference. But it's in essence the same medication. So anyways, so yep, I'm gonna kind of do a video journaling of how it goes for me, just in case it'll help somebody. Because again, this is a lifestyle channel. I'll be talking about all types of things, but hey, this is something real that I'm going through right now. I didn't want to do like VSG videos because it's so many. And yes, there are a lot of Wegovy, Ozempic, Mounjaro videos too, but I have not seen a lot of videos of the girls who have had VSG or any type of bariatric surgery that are now doing the Wegovy, the Mounjaro, or the Ozempic. So I'm like, hey, maybe I can be a trailblazer in the sense of helping somebody else. So please like, share, subscribe, drop down in the comments. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Is anything you want me to pay special attention to so that I can come back and let y'all know what the deal is? Or if you just want to drop down, say hello, and come by and see me from time to time, I'd appreciate it. So I'm out. I just wanted to come and share that, and I will be back in another. Well, this is what I want to do. So I want to do a video every week, and subsequently I'll be doing injections once a week. And then from what I understand, they're going to increase my dosage. So the first month you get this dosage, then they take you to a higher dosage the next month, another dosage the next month, and then in the fourth month, that's like the highest dosage that you can get. So I probably will be doing this for at least 4 months, which is good for me because that will take me into my year of, well, not my year, but it'll take me, I'll be at like 10 months post-op from my VSG surgery. And who knows, I may not need to stay on it that long. You know what I'm saying? Just because of where I am now and how, you know, and where I'm trying to be. Because again, I started out with a lower BMI than most, but trust me, I needed the surgery. Okay. Now I'll just say it. My highest during that time. When I went to my first appointment, I was like 220-ish, 220, 221. But once, you know, I signed on the dotted line and I got my date, I kind of, you know, ate a little bit more because I knew I was having the surgery. So I had gotten up to 230. That was the highest. And so now I'm down to 189. I ain't about to do that math. So y'all do it and drop down in the comments. Let me know how many it is. And honestly, it was lower than that. But that's what I'm saying. This stuff that I've been going through with my hormones and then the birth control and then getting on the progesterone, it's kind of had me at a standstill for a minute. And just recently, I done went up a couple pounds. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of it could have been water weight too because of my period. Again, I don't know if this is my period or not. I do have some cramping. So my assumption is it's just my period and it'll go away. But again, we'll see. But yeah, I just wanted to come and kind of chronicle how this is going along with quite a few other things, you know, that I've got going on. I want to talk about, you know, work and career and all that type of stuff. Just things that matter to, you know, things that matter to us as humans, you know, just to kind of assist. No, I'm not a doctor. I do not have a counseling degree. I ain't trying to come on here and act like I got all these credentials, but what I do have is life experience. And I also have a relationship with God. And I know that that would help so many people that are going through the same things that I've been through. So on that note, I'm going to peace out and hopefully I will see y'all back the next time. Okay. See you in a week.